G'day, Roscoe.
G'day, Brad. Carl.
Mate, two games in 7 days mirrored one another. In the second quarter the week before, you sort of lost the handle, and again on the weekend, but you must have been mightily pleased after half-time.
You're absolutely accurate. Our second quarters have been not what we're after, although we did kick 5 to none, but they kicked the last 10 minutes of that quarter, they got away from us a little bit. But look, there's plenty of learnings. Already got it packaged up, and we'll have a strong review on that period of the game tomorrow.
Sandilands and Ballantyne, what's the latest?
The club sent out a press release, which I read. I got back today. Bowers could play this week, he's pushing to play.
Rest him.
It was really minor. If you remember, Stephen Hill had a little tweak over the summer, and he missed the week and played. Well, it's far less than that. So at the time, yep.
You last year, you bemoaned the fact that you played Luke McFarlane. You didn't need to. Take your own advice.
No, that's exactly right. So I'll hit him under the chin and say, sit down, fellas. So he won't play. And Aaron, he'll definitely play, my understanding, against St Kilda. So bit of a cheekbone. They just push him out a little bit and they heal. There's a slight risk that plenty of players take over a period of time. You can wear headgear that he's keen to wear. He looked like Harry Madden when he used to wear the helmet.
Brad was saying, what for?
I rang Harry and asked for his old helmet. So look, we can laugh now, but at the time we felt sick in the guts and worried for Aaron and his family were worried about him. But and with all the blood and the swelling, it always looks really bad. I remember Stephen Milne over here had the 2 fractured cheekbones. He played out the game and he come back and it was like 2 watermelons over his eyes. So, but I think he missed a week and then played. So Aaron will definitely play against St Kilda as it sits with the information at hand today.
Ross, the great feedback I got yesterday finally from a lot of the Eastern States journos, which was terrific to hear, was we stuck fat with him, Zach Clark. They said if this kid was playing for Collingwood, he would be something special.
Oh, did they? Yeah. Look, he's really improving, and all of us have been in the game a long time. I understand how hard it is for 202-centimetre whippets to sort of handle the game. So he's worked really hard, Zach, over a number of years now. And that preparation's met the opportunity, and he's really blossomed. And I think he's starting to understand what he can really do out there, and he's competing consistently. But you guys know that the Ruckman, they're big men, and 2 years ago, even last year, pushed around a little bit, but he's bigger and stronger. And credit to Zach and Jason Weber, the head of conditioning. He built a really strong, durable ruckman for us. I think that's his best spot because he gives us midfield run and agility with the height. So, yeah, we're thrilled with him.
Yeah, get 22 possessions every week, mate. You'd be laughing. Now, I tell you what, the other bloke you must be really pleased with, I was so pleased for him, was Tommy Sheridan. I mean, the impact that he had when he was subbed into the game was outstanding.
Yeah, it's funny how things work out, isn't it? So he took his opportunity. I think he's played 8 or 9 in a row now. We might have dropped him once and he was pretty flat. And Cam Sutcliffe was a stiff one on the weekend. So, look, Tommy gives us real run and skill. But more importantly, as a young player, he's really competing. So, again, he's worked really hard. And our senior group really helped him to play well. So, hopefully he can keep going and hold his spot and play some finals footy.
We gave Ryan Crowley another big rap yesterday because, not being disparaging towards Melbourne, but you probably didn't need him to go to anybody, but you did, and he did a great job on Nathan Jones, who, it's just amazing. That sort of leadership where, as you say, you're winning easily, and this bloke just keeps on keeping on doing what he's doing week in, week out.
Yeah, well, and if we pull that back to your second quarter, how you've identified that weakness over the last 2 weeks, what you want to be able to do is play how you need to on the big stage. So in finals against quality. So if you back off, because the scoreboard's going well, or perceived lack of opposition, when you really need it and you need to be able to deliver, because you haven't practiced it, you can't do it. So we're confident Ryan applies those principles, and he was as disciplined on the weekend as he would be in the first final. So that will stand him in really good stead, and that's the lesson the whole team's trying to learn at the minute.
Now, I know you've only been playing lowly placed sides, but you've had a spread of 15 goal kickers and 12 in the last couple of weeks. And even if we look back to the Carlton match, you had 9 goal kickers that day. Are you more pleased with your offensive side of your game? Because obviously defensively you've been the benchmark. But what about offensively? How are you tracking there?
Yeah, undoubtedly. We've worked on a number of things, and the biggest thing is we're getting more general play goals. We're a real mark goal team, and we did know that we were down on general play, so we've adjusted some things in our ball movement, and and our defence has got a fair bit. When you're pressing well and you're causing turnovers, there's lots of spread of goal kickers, so they go hand in hand. But we've modified some few things. The players have heard the message and implemented, and we're getting some reward. And I think what's significant in that is Carlton, the quality. You saw that against Richmond, and we're able to do it against quality as well as two, bottom of the rung teams.
Do you take offence, as I do, that people are saying about the soft draw? Because your first 8 weeks were as tough as anybody in the competition, and they say, I haven't beaten anybody above them. Well, there's only 2 teams above you.
No, that's right. No, I don't take offence because it's fingernail-deep analysis, and, every week a story will be written about a club, either pumping them up or bringing them down, or, so we just talk about you've got to write your own story because it swings wildly. The analysis and the fluctuations swing wildly on a weekly basis. So if you followed and believed what was written about you, you'd be a confused team. So we understand what we need to do, and our focus has been writing our own story. I don't know. I think when the draw comes out, we all play 22 games, and we all play 17 teams and have filled them twice. So I think somewhere along the line we've played a couple of handy teams.
Now,
sorry, Cop.
Yeah, well, I was just going to ask just quickly. We've got 2 players that are most likely out in Ballantyne and Sandlands. How's McFarlane, Ibbotson, Clancy Pearce? Are they close to a recall?
We've expected Ibbotson to play the last 2, but it hasn't quite panned out. So again, we're hopeful this week. Clancy Pearce will be pushing to play this week. And if not, definitely the next week. We're hopeful for this week. And all along we've said Luke for the St Kilda game. So that's the way. Excuse me. So apologies to your listeners.
Choke down and running.
We're getting pregnant pause. We're on track for those guys.
You're locked into top 4. Can't move. Only the positions change. How do you motivate the boys this week? Is there enough motivation within these boys to keep going? You've got Port this week. Terrific game because they need to stay alive. They need to win one of the next 2 games to make sure that they finish top 8.
Well, it's a great challenge. So clearly to our Ballantyne and Sandlands, our great strength's been the ability to step up and cover. And we're playing a very well-drilled, well-coached team who are desperate to win. So we really need to keep winning. We understand mathematically, and we'll know more, obviously, with the Sydney-Geelong result occurring before our game. Sorry, guys. That there's still possibility to finish higher. So we don't want to flirt with our form. We need, as I said to the players, there's plenty to improve and little time left, so an urgency to improve. We're far from playing perfect football, and I watched Geelong play West Coast, and they were really, really impressive. And I saw Hawthorn live, and Sydney I didn't see, but I know how good they are. So they're the teams that we'll be coming up against, and we're chasing, so we can't back off. We need to improve.
We're a bit worried about you. Do we need to call Triple O or?
I need a defibrillator. I'm gone.
Good on you, Ross. Appreciate your time, mate. We'll look forward to talking to you next Monday. And as you say, you've got the Geelong-Sydney game before your game, and we'll have a fair idea exactly where to from there.
Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it. Parker.
Ross Lyon there from the Fremantle Dockers.